Let's talk about building trust in vaccines. Absolutely. The most important word right now, once the vaccine is already been made, is called trust. Vaccine, what are we talking about? Yes, absolutely. There are two types of vaccines in India currently. One is the CoviShield, done by the Serum Institute of India, and the other one is Covaxin, which is being prepared by the Bharat Biotech at the aegis of ICMR, which is the government body. Now, why are we talking about trust? Because trust is the most important factor right now, because the Bharat Biotech has actually got its approval, which can be called as an accelerated approval, because they have not conducted the phase 3 trials at all. And this has brought a great amount of distrust among other medical practitioners, scientists, and also people who are keenly following the science and the science developments. Right now, why is this mistrust also happening? If not the accelerated approval, the first thing is politicians have been engaging with in public sparing, where this has created a lot of skepticism and fear amongst people who follow these politicians. For example, if you take a look at in UP, where the UP Congress president has been saying that he's not going to take the vaccine until unless Yogi Adityanath takes, and they don't trust the vaccine being made by the BJP government. So this is the kind of mistrust and misinformation that these guys are spreading, who happen to be people who actually have a great amount of support amongst the public, and they are misleading this public against vaccine and the scientists, the efforts made by scientists. But at the same time, the government also has to be a little careful in giving out approvals. For example, the kind of approval, the shoddy approval that it has given for the Covaxin. And then there is a great amount of insufficient information, and also there is huge amount of misinformation using WhatsApp and many other multimedia channels. And there is limited health literacy among the people of this country. For example, there is no financial literacy in India. At the same time, there is little amount of health literacy when it comes to trying to know about your body and the kind of medicine that is required for you, the kind of food you need, the yoga and all those things. There is limited amount of health literacy in India. We read a lot of books in school trying to know about a heart and all the digestive system, but when it comes to health literacy, it is a zero, is what I would say. And there is poor understanding of protection these vaccines provide to the country, because nobody knows about what a virus is and what a vaccine is until and unless they have studied at least 10th standard. And India happens to be mostly a literate country, and there is not much education being spread out. Right now, how do we build trust? But the trust can be built by coming out with national forums where all stakeholders, from specialists to medical practitioners to scientists and all those people who are involved in research, plus the politicians and all of these, have to be come together, and they have to form a national forum. And this forum should utilize the multi channels where we can spread information using the state and local level networks. And also, the misinformation is a damaging thing for this mass vaccination drive, and that is why we need the religious leaders, the faith groups, and also the public figures who have to come together to actually tell people that no, it's going to be good to you, why don't you take this vaccine? So it is these people who are at the grassroots level can help people or mobilize people in taking the vaccination, because in India, the immunization drive is going to be the largest immunization exercise anywhere in the world when we take the population into consideration. And politicians would be taking this vaccine for political gains. For example, in Bihar, we saw the BJP promised a free vaccine if they get into power, and also in many other places in the country. Right, so the government of the day should come together with all the stakeholders put in place and prepare a participatory framework wherein every person would get a chance to voice out his concerns, and at the same time he should be given the voluntary decision making when it comes to taking the vaccine or not. But at the same time, there should be enough amount of good information being given out to public, so that it is for them to take a decision in taking up the vaccine. Right, so hopefully the government does the job, and we all would be vaccinated and bring this devastating pandemic to an end. Thank you so much.